Good morning, everybody. Well, not everybody, just the important people that actually listen to this podcast. Good morning, and welcome to Marketing Your Car.
Welcome to the Marketing in Your Car podcast, where you can increase your traffic, conversions, and sales in just 10 minutes a day. And now, here's your host, Russell Brunson.
Hey, everybody. So, we survived another 4-day jam-packed Inner Circle Smackdown. And it was amazing. It legitimately was amazing. And so instead of bragging about it so those who aren't in feel guilty that they didn't make it in, I just want to say it was awesome, and I appreciate everyone who came and played full out, and it was a great 4 days. So, and now I'm at the end of that, and I'm tired, and I'm worn out, and my body is shot. And one thing is funny, like when I used to go to masterminds, like when they're not your own, you can kind of like pay attention or doze off or whatever. But when it's your own, like you got to be present all the time. So unfortunately, I had to use a little too much caffeine this week just to keep pure, perfect focus. And so I'm going to be detoxing my body for the next few days so I can just get all the caffeine out of my system. Because even like, it's weird, like during the middle of the night you wake up and you're like, I should be so tired and I can't sleep. Anyway, it's weird. So I am detoxing from caffeine. So if I go through withdrawals, if I start crying on one of these these meetings with you guys, that's why. No, just joking. So anyway, heading in right now, we're about to do the second episode of Friday Funnels, which is exciting, and I hope you guys come and check it out. I hope you guys can participate in it. We had a lot of fun, and I hope that I talked about it last week. I hope that you guys, if you haven't done a Friday funnel yet, or Funnel Friday, or whatever it is for your business, like something like that, like it was really fun. We did 30 minutes. I put a countdown clock in. I tried to build a funnel as fast as I could, and everyone was watching and going crazy, and it turned out really cool. It was a great, it was a lot of fun for the whole community and everything. So that was really, really cool. And yeah. So anyway, the interesting thing I want to talk to you guys about today, and this is like one of the more simple nuggets that I kind of picked up from this weekend, but it was like one of those simple nuggets that I needed. Because sometimes in my head I get things overcomplicated and I get excited and I try to build like super complex things. And I think that for most people, I'm still like, my funnels and my concepts and my process flows are still pretty simple. I've seen some of your guys' stuff you send me over in mind maps and things, and they're insane. Like I open them up and I just want to go back to bed because they're so stressful. So mine are pretty simple, but I still have like some things happening. And a couple of things. One thing I shared in the mastermind was about in ClickFunnels now, when you join ClickFunnels, there's a 21-day Ignite Your Funnel process that we take people through that basically each day you get a short, like 3 to 5 minute video, and I give you one task to do over 21 days. And there's a whole bunch of reasons and strategy behind it, and I'm not going to go into all that right now. It's kind of outside the context of this podcast, but it helped reduce our churn by almost double digits. Like it was insane, and got people consuming our software and a whole bunch of other really cool things. And so I was like, man, that's just cool. Someone comes in ClickFunnels and go through this big indoctrination process, and they start using our software, we get them consuming, we help build a relationship with them, and I'm like, it's just really powerful and really cool strategy, right? So then one of the couples in the Inner Circle, Brandon and Caitlin, they're in the weight loss space, and they've been doing Perfect Webinar. They're crushing it. They're doing Periscope webinars like I talked about you guys 50 episodes ago. They killed it on that twice now. Like they're doers, they're cool, and anyway, just really enjoy them and watching them. One thing that was cool that I saw that they were doing is they have their Facebook Lives where they're promoting a webinar, and Facebook Lives are promoting products and that, but then like in between they're doing a lot of like cool training stuff. And so she talks about a cool concept, and at the end of it she's like, oh wow, I just drove by this truck that's like jacked up on anyway, that was really weird. Sorry, ADD, squirrels. Okay, so anyway, so they do these things and they just push to the end, and I can't remember dang it, they're gonna kill me for not knowing this, but they have a domain name. It's something, it's like freefaststart.com or faststart weight loss start or something like that. And there's like, hey, go get your free fast start guide, go right now, boom. And just, they always push people to this free thing, which is an opt-in. People go opt in, and then they go through like their onboarding indoctrination process through email. And I think they said last month they got like 50,000 opt-ins through that little channel, which is crazy. And so I was like, dang, like right now I have like all these other squeeze pages. I'm driving people all these places and all sorts of stuff, which is good. But it's like, what if I just had one squeeze page I just focused on instead of having 20? And like that was the goal, and to get people into that. And so I think I bought freefunnelfaststart.com or something like that. I probably should check out the domain names before I quote them live. But anyway, something like that. It's not live yet anyway, so it wouldn't matter. But that's kind of the thing. And I'm going to use that as the call to action in everything that's not selling an actual product. So it'll just always be pushing everyone into that. And then my thought is treating that kind of like an indoctrination process when someone joins ClickFunnels, right? They're joining my list, like I need to take them through an indoctrination process, which is similar to what we talk about with like soap opera sequence and, those type of things. But I was like, we've got a big product range, and in my mind, there's an order that people should consume our products in. And so I'm going to use that and like make this a really fun, exciting, I don't know how many days it'll be, 20, 30, 50 days, but walking them through this concept. Someone will be teaching, someone will be like referencing, hey, go get the book, hey, come on this webinar, and kind of pushing through our product line and product offerings while teaching and educating along the way, and using it as like a funnel fast start. Like, here's the fast start, like come through this process. Now that everybody enters my world, they go through this process, they get indoctrinated, they go through my soap opera sequence, they build a relationship with me as the attractive character. By the time they end that process, then they can come in our normal Seinfeld sequences. They've been indoctrinated, they've kind of gone through this really cool process. And anyway, it's not, like I said, it was not something new. Like we talked about in the .com Secrets book, taking people through a soap opera sequence, but I think that after doing it as a consumption sequence, after somebody joins ClickFunnels and seeing the power of a 21-day like daily chunked out videos, I think I'm gonna use that in our actual email sequence, and then make that become the core focus of where we try to drive all traffic. And so I don't know, I'm excited. I'll be testing it out, and I'm sure I'll be bragging about it as we go through, but that's kind of the one little nugget. Again, it's one of those like little tiny things that they just mentioned in passing, and I bet most people probably didn't even catch it in the group, but I was like, whoa, like, you have that feeling when like someone says something and it wasn't like the big aha, but like you have the big aha, and like everything else gets quiet and you're seeing this thing, and like everything starts, like all these connections start being made instantly. That's kind of like what happened in my head. So I tried to explain connections here. I have no idea if I explained it right or if the connections will make your connections, but it was super cool. So anyway, there's just one little nugget. Hope that was useful for you guys. All right, now the last thing is I'm about 1 minute away from the office. That was cool. Like I was really nervous about this last Inner Circle group because we had a lot less people just because of circumstances. We had a bunch of overseas people. They're supposed to be in that group that couldn't make it, and some things like that. But what's cool is, so because of that we had a little less we had a little less time, or a little more time, and so we got to do some extra sessions, which is kind of cool. So I had some training sessions, and then twice we had people who were kind of working on webinars and they just weren't quite hitting it yet or whatever. And so like instead of like just trying to like coach them through and then move on to the next person, I was like, all right, and I jumped out of my seat, I walked up on front, and I sketched out their whole webinar, and then I pitched the webinar for them live. I did it twice, and it was cool. I think it was cool. I thought it was cool. But we basically just built an entire webinar for them, and then they got to watch me pitch it, and they recorded it, and then they had like this tool now that they could go pitch. So it was pretty cool. I'm curious, like, how many of you guys would pay me a crap ton of money to just write your webinar pitch and then pitch it for you real quick, and then you guys can just copy my pitch. That'd be pretty cool, actually. Anyway, all right, I'm at the office. I'm going to go bounce and get back to work, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Hey everyone, this is Russell Brunson again. I want to thank you for listening to Marketing Your Car, and I want to make sure that you're plugging into everything that we're doing on a daily basis. And so make sure that every morning you're plugging into the Marketing Your Car training. If you go to marketinginyourcar.com, you can join the email list and make sure you get email notifications when new episodes come out. And you can also get links to all the transcripts of every single show we've done in the past. But then every night, well, not every night, but most every night, I also do a Periscope show called the Marketing Quickie Show. And it's really fun. You can go to Periscope and search my name, Russell Brunson, and subscribe. And every single night you'll get a notification. It'll kind of chirp on your phone, and you'll have me jump on there and give you kind of the end of the day thoughts and ideas and marketing strategies we've been playing with during the day. And maybe even or you should go to marketingquickieshow.com, and over there you can subscribe, you can see past episodes, you can read the transcripts, you can have a bunch of fun. So thanks so much for being faithful listeners. Again, register at marketinginyourcar.com and also marketingquickieshow.com.